Baseball University of the Blue Ridge welcomes you to the Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series presented by CamWood Bats. We're live from Rutherfordton, North Carolina on the campus of R-S Central High School for a Mountain Foothills 7 1A, 2A conference matchup between the Hendersonville Bearcats and the R-S Central Hilltoppers. I want to thank our premier broadcast sponsor, CamWood Bats. CamWood Bats is located in Haywood County, North Carolina, but serves baseball and softball players across the nation. Get your game bats, trainers, tees, tutorials, and more. All available for purchase at www.camwoodbats.com. And as part of our partnership with CamWood, make sure to use the coupon code BBUWNC for a 10% discount on all purchases through their website. Thank you to CamWood for being the premier broadcast sponsor of the High School Scout and Streaming Series. Well, we're down here in Rutherfordton. We booked this game, like 4 hours ago?
It's been nonstop chaos.
It's been a good day, though. Working hard. It's really good to get down here and get to see Hendersonville for the first time this year. I think we got a game canceled earlier.
It was the East Hendersonville St. Patrick's Day.
I was looking forward to that because East and St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
But interesting note here, as you can see, got a score bug up. Hendersonville's the home team today.
They are.
They decided to play their play a home game over here, just easier with the field and the weather.
Well, you got weather. You got all these proms. Everyone's, trying to smash all these games in. We had North Buncombe at Smoky drop last night that was postponed, and I'm not sure if they're going to reschedule it or not. I saw this one open up. I felt bad about not seeing Hendo earlier in the year, and it just worked out. And RS is also the beneficiary. It's the third time we've seen them, and we always love coming here. I've been stuffing my face with fries and burgers, and they're being good to us as usual. It's one of the better hosts we've had in the last 2 years, so big shout out to R-S Central.
Love the guys down here. It's really fun. This is our third time covering the Hilltoppers this year, so excited to see them once again in their pinstripe blues, one of my favorite uniforms I've seen this entire year. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and head into the pregame show. Meineke brought to you, or is the pregame, postgame sponsor for Baseball University of the Blue Ridges Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series. With numerous locations in the West North Carolina region, there's no better spot to get your vehicle seen and serviced. Whether it's an oil change, brakes, mufflers, tires and wheels, AC and heat, you name it. Meineke is doing car care right in Western North Carolina.
Two very different coaching backgrounds today. You got Coach Chad Fowler on R-S Hilltoppers side. It's been here for 20 years. So that'd be 2005, I guess?
Yeah, I probably remember him when I was little coming here a lot.
And then for your Hendersonville Bearcats, you got Zach Wolf, first year as head coach, but he's been around a little bit for a young man. 4th year helping in the Hendersonville dugout. First year as the head coach. He's also been part of that Hendersonville Honeycrisp team the last couple of years, the Summer Collegiate. Both these teams are 2A. I think the only 1A in the conference is Polk. Both Hendersonville and Polk are leaving the conference next year to join the Western Highlands as the Rutherford County teams join with Hybrid and Drone and Burns, I believe. But in the meantime, let's take a peek at the coaches poll.
Compared to the current standings, East Rutherford is undefeated in conference still. RS in that second place spot. Let's see who.
Hendo's fighting for the middle of the pack right now.
The middle of the pack. The middle of the pack is very tight right now. Here's 4-4, Polk at 4-6. So Polk's got 2 games left. So Brevard 3-6, got a couple games left. Chase 3-7, and then Patton 2-8. So 2 through 7 is just, or 3 through 7 is just all over the place.
Say Henderson feels fighting for 3rd place right now. They've dealt with some injuries. They dealt with some sickness as well. Some of these boys in the dugout are getting over a virus. So I know Ethan Milner might not be available tonight. He might come in relief.
Good thing to note here with the playoffs coming up, if Hendersonville does finish in 3rd place, but their RPI falls behind those of Brevard and Chase and even Patton, they could not make the playoffs, and they could make way for some other teams. So there's a lot of teams vying for these 2A spots in the bottom for the 30th, 31st, 32nd seeds.
I mean, Hendersonville was that 32nd seed, I believe, last year, 31st or 32nd. They were only 7-16, but 4-8. They snuck in. They lost to East Rutherford in that first round, 6-1. Performing a little better this year. Currently at 6-11, so hopefully on pace to beat that 7 wins from last year. They swept Polk. They did beat Chase once, beat Brevard. When Ethan Milner's on the mound, if Aiden Burlett's on the mound, those are two very strong arms. Will Bolliard's another one. It's been coming out of relief, getting a couple starts. So there's some bright spots for the Bearcats. It's just about consistency. And they were given a bad hand early in the year when they were told that they weren't going to play at Berkeley. And then they said, no, you can, but we're not going to turn the water or electricity on or have concessions. So, and then you look at their schedule, it's very minimal. So it's basically just local teams and conference games. So Hendersonville needs just a little bit of momentum in the baseball community to get that program rolling, because they have a beautiful home field. They have talent that comes through every year, and they'll be in a conference next year where I think they'll be able to compete a little bit more. Now, R-S Central, they've got second place pretty much shored up. East Rutherford beat East Lincoln last night. They're just really showing what kind of team they are as they remain undefeated. Coach's poll reflected that. However, good arms. A lot of their top arms are thrown this week. I think Drew Yelton already threw. So we are going to get a chance to see Jake Lyles throw tonight. I'm glad. He's a good kid. Worked with him through the Baseball University program. He's heading to Caldwell next year. He's actually been performing really well on the offensive side too, which that was the big question with RS coming in this year, is like, who's going to hit. So, yeah, I think we can go ahead and talk about these sponsors. And these sponsors, big thank you, because we found you in like an hour. So we had to make some quick calls to try to get the revenue for the day. So
yeah, I want to thank all three of our travel home and away sponsors this evening. Our travel sponsor is Peak Performance Vault, helping Baseball University with the travel expenses we encountered throughout the spring, including gas, food, and in some cases lodging. At Peak Performance Vault, we believe every athlete has the potential to reach new heights and achieve their peak performance. We are dedicated to helping athletes of all ages and skill levels reach their peak performance. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting, we provide a state-of-the-art training environment for baseball, softball, and golf that combines modern tech with personalized coaching. Thank you to Peak Performance Vault for being our travel sponsor. I want to thank Sakura Japanese Restaurants for being our home team sponsor, sponsoring the time that Baseball University puts towards marketing this game to coaches pregame and editing and posting highlights for the R-S Central Hilltopper prospects, with recruiting and scouting content on social media for the coaches postgame. If you're looking for delicious Japanese cuisine, Sakura has locations in Spindale, Forest City, and Hendersonville, offering Western North Carolina 3 convenient locations. We can tell you firsthand just how delicious Sakura Japanese cuisine is. You can find them on Facebook, and again, with 3 locations open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday. You can make them a lunch and dinner option all week. I want to thank our away team sponsor, Ulsi Media, sponsoring the time that Baseball University puts towards marketing this game to coaches pregame and editing and posting highlights for the Hendersonville Bearcat prospects, with recruiting and scouting content on social media for the coaches postgame. Ulsi Media is Western North Carolina's leading magazine publisher. Publications include Hendersonville Magazine, WNC Business, and the Laurel of Asheville. Big thank you to them for being our away team sponsor. And honestly, we might have should just flipped the home and away team sponsor, because the home and away teams flipped today.
Like back in, we failed.
It's okay. We weren't expecting that.
It's all right.
Coming in today.
They know who they're repping. Well, It was wet. These last 3 days have been really wet.
I bet you Berkeley was soaked. Good thing they decided to come down the hill and play.
I mean, we snuck over to watch the North Henderson-Pisgah game last night. I left about halfway through. We hatched some baby turkeys on the homestead, so it's been a busy week. But Hunter stayed and tweeted the game live, and Andrew Wester threw really well again. Peyton Maven threw well. 6-2 final there. Zachary Wester was actually our Poppy's handcrafted popcorn player of the week. Threw a perfect game last week against Madison in the Shelby Easter tournament. 7 innings, 10 Ks, 0-0-0. You know how that goes, the perfect game. What I like is 73 pitches. And again, that's Coach Tipton and Madison. That's not a bad team. It's a well-coached team, so to throw a no-hitter against Madison hats off Zachary, Player of the Week for Poppies, and he took his popcorn home last night, so I'm sure he chowed down on the Asheville mix. What was that, caramel and cheddar? You wouldn't think it's a mix, but that's a good popcorn. Poppy's going to be one of our sponsors tomorrow at Christ School. That'll be our last game of the week. ACA versus Christ School, another good private school matchup. I was bickering about that this week again with some coaching friends. I really feel ACA and Christ School need to be wrapped into the Western North Carolina public school culture. Started asking some questions about, like, with all the private schools really being out of the Charlotte area, could you see something like Christ School or ACA joining a public school conference like Charlotte Catholic? You know what I mean? Like, that'd be really good for baseball out here.
You see other states do it. A lot of the private schools in Georgia, they actually, even though my dad's high school down there, Harlem, Georgia, they're highly ranked in the nation. I think they're 7th ranked team in the nation, 29-0, won back-to-back state championships in the 3A level. But they're actually in with Aquinas High School in Augusta, who's a private school. So Aquinas doesn't participate in the 3A playoffs. They play other private schools, something that GHSA didn't do this year. So interesting to see how the different high school athletic associations do things in our local states, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia.
Well, I think it would be good for baseball if those teams would play each other more. A lot of talent in this game. A lot of talent has come out of these teams. R-S Central, a lot of good JUCO, a lot of good 4 years level talent. You have Harrison Jackson, real good ball player, graduated last year. He's at Caldwell. Triplet, he's at Francis Marion now after he had a journey. He was at Limestone, went to Cleveland, now at Francis Marion. Isaiah Hipp, lefty pitcher, he's at Cleveland. Cale Sneathen, I think I'm saying that right. I think he's in his final year at Lander. Caden Smith at Caldwell. For Hendersonville, Brody Paris still taking hacks at Wake Tech. Skylar Albright's found success up at Hood College in Maryland. Ethan Rector playing on the east side JUCO scene for Lenore, and Logan Spockman up at the Region 10 Southwest Virginia Community College. Some good prospects tonight. We're going to go ahead and let the starting lineups get introduced, and we'll come back with some players to watch in this game and the keys to the game.
Keep that in mind when you're looking at the scoreboard. And we'll introduce these players. We'll introduce Hendersonville first. Playing center field, number 10, Martise Mills. At third base, number 1, Will Boyard. The pitcher is number 9, Aiden Burlett. Second baseman, number 6, Wesley Mayo. Left fielder, number 8, Xavier Garcia. Shortstop, number 17, David Castillo. First base, number 20, Colton Ballard. The catcher is number 13, River Faulkner. And right fielder, number 3, Hezzy Rudisil. Your designated hitter is number 19, Charles Halsey. Other members include number 2, Ivy Harper, number 4, Ethan Pavio, number 5, Chaz Johnson, number 7, Ethan Milner, number 11, Mo Rainey, 12 is Jason Ward, 14, Jack Tweed, and 15, Zach Elkins. And now for the R-S Central Hilltoppers. Number 1, Landon Whitley. Number 2, Cullen Pruitt. Number 3, Jake Lyles. Number 4, Carter Austin. Number 6, Kane Hodel. Number 7, Jace Gibbon. Number 8, Nathan Tang. Number 9, Simon Sheehan. Number 10, Hunter Lowry. Number 13, Alex Beavers. Number 14, Rylan Holly. Number 15, Jacob McDaniel. Number 16, Reagan Holly. Number 17, Drew Yelton. Number 18, Carter Cobb. Number 20, Brody Fowler. Number 22, Zane Levin. And number 24, Christian Walker. Hilltoppers are coached by Chad Fowler. His assistants are Sam Hooper, Kevin Wellman, Wesley Smith, and Jace Crow. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you would, please stand, remove your head wire for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Let's play ball.
So we got to play ball there. I like that. Let's see, where are we at here? Oh, yeah, so starting lineups. There's a few names that we're going to look out for tonight for R-S Central, who's your visiting team while they're at home here. Leading off is Cullen Pruitt, senior, still looking for a home. I think he'd be a great JUCO route guy. Skinny, got to gain some weight, but he knows how to play baseball. Good left-handed swing. Second hitter, Ryan Holly. Been impressed with him. He's not a well-known name in baseball circles. Let's see, is it Regan Holly or Ryan Holly?
We got two. We got Regan and Ryan.
Why isn't Ryan on the main roster here?
Ryan.
Rylan.
That's the older brother there.
All right, I don't see him on there. All right. That's Rylan Holly. I got you. But he was catching when we were at the East Rutherford game, and I was impressed with him. Sophomore or junior? Freshman? Okay, so that's a name I probably should have put on there to watch. Jake Lyles batting third. He's going to be doing the pitching. Caldwell commit. Landon Whitley batting fourth, center field. Landon got some strength in the swing. Landon hit any out this year yet? Not yet. I would say he popped a few last year. Drew Yelton batting fifth. Drew's been swinging for being a future PO, left-handed pitcher at College of Charleston here in the year. Brody Fowler, so freshman, right? That's son of coach. DH in the night for Carter Austin, who's playing short. Jace Gibbons at third base. Christian Walker, the Montreat commit in left field, and Zane Lovin or Lovin? Loving it. Zane Lovin will be your first baseman. For your Hendersonville Bearcats, Martise Millen center. He's a senior that's still looking for a home. Will Bolliard, he's a junior that's trying to play college baseball. Aiden Burlett, solid junior on the bump tonight, left-handed swinger as well. Wesley Mayo playing second base. Xavier Garcia in left. David Castillo at short. That was a name that Coach Wolf told me to look out for. Colton Ballard at first. River Faulkner, the freshman catcher, and Charles Holsey, the DH. He's DHing for Hezzy Rudisil in right field, and that's your first pitch of the game.
Well, I want to mention our first in sponsor, Bloom Patch Farms. Thank you to them for sponsoring our first in throughout this year, and we'll get you a full breakdown at the middle of the first. Makes it a 2-0 count.
Say we'll wait for a break in the action. We'll talk about our Meineke Fleet keys of the game as well. But first, we'll watch Pruitt work through an AB, and he's getting way ahead of things here, 3-0. On a wet day like this, you want base runners. We're going to talk about that as a key of the game here in a minute. There's a strike. Aiden came out to our prospect filming in November down in Cleveland. It was up to 81 or 82 on the bump. I had a lot of spin, especially on the four seam. The IVB was good. Induced a vertical break. Swing by Cullen. Sounded like he didn't get the good part of the bat. Holds up for Rudisil for out number one.
Well, good time to mention our Meineke Fleet keys to the game. What makes Meineke the smart choice for your fleet? Solutions to meet the needs of any fleet, including fleet leasing, self-managed rental agencies, and more. Meineke is proud to sponsor the Meineke Fleet keys to the game.
Well, key number one, we've already said it. Wet grass, wet ball, so make contact. If you're swinging and missing, you can't help the percentages. And with the ball being wet, the percentages are in your favor. You can't get a grip. People slip. Take advantage of those mistakes. Key number two, got to control the runners. I'm figuring that there's going to be some plays on the base path today that determine this game. Both young catchers. We have 2 freshman catchers. Balls are wet. So we got to control the runners today, try to keep them in place. And then finally, there's a swing and a drive to the shortstop by Holly, picked up by Castillo and thrown across for out number 2. But that third key, you got to limit those freebies on a wet day like this. Like I said, with those base runners and havoc on those wet base paths, walks, errors, extra bases on throws, got to limit everything. Especially when these pitching staffs have already been taxed a little bit, whether it's the innings they've already thrown this week or some sicknesses are plaguing the Bearcats today as well. All right, so 2 quick outs here, and Jake Lyles up to the plate. Jake heading off to play for Coach Deaton via Cobra next year down at Caldwell. Jake Caldwell's got a lot of Rutherford County ties. And there's Lyles continuing to try to show he's not a PO yet. There's a single up the middle.
Singles out center field.
So with 1 runner on, they'll bring Whitley. And this is where we talked about getting runners on. It's wet. Let's see if they challenge these young catchers early. I know Hunter has been happy to get this 4th camera. I'll probably show you here in a bit all his camera angles.
And I've been getting a good view of them all. We actually started the season off here with 3 cameras, so trying to compare where they were, I was like, wait, do we have 3? Because we've had 4 for so many games. So decided to share the different angles with you today. We'll go through that here in a little bit.
So courtesy runner number 16, Reagan Holly at first for Lyles, so he can prep for getting on the mound on his half inning.
About 12 of you folks out there watching today. Appreciate you guys.
That's going to be a foul ball. So
go ahead and send a link out to your friends, family, aunts, uncles, cousins, you name it.
Well, look, we got a good look at the Mountain Foothill 7 this year. It's small town baseball, but there's a lot of talent. Again, the East Rutherford Cavaliers are definitely the cream of the crop, but R-S Central always puts out a good team. Hendersonville, again, there's talent. It's just got to tighten up as a program. You know, that's my experience. Like some of those kids that we sent off to college have really grown up and performed well. Skylar Albright is one to definitely make mention of. Runners off. Reagan Holly's going to be in with stolen base. So 1-2. Skylar up at Hood College. Learned a lot about the game his first year. Ended up being an all-conference honorable mention on the bump. That'd be a good place for a lot of our Western North Carolina players to look at who are high academic. Hood College is on the easternmost ridge of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Frederick, Maryland. A lot of 25s. I've been talking to a lot of high school coaches trying to help put a hot sheet together for 25s uncommitted. And what you realize by looking at that sheet is everybody's trying to get into the same schools. There's just not enough room, and we don't have enough kids who are open-minded enough to go 4, 5, 10 hours from home. Unless you're Kyle Self from Freedom High School, who's going to Minnesota North Vermilion.
That's a long way from here.
I mentioned that the other day at the Mitchell game. So Whitley fighting hard here. Fell behind 0-2. 1-2 now with a couple of foul balls. Burlett going to call his young catcher out. Faulkner slowly saunters out to the pitcher's mound. Say Whitley put up some good exit velos back in November when he came down for his films at Cleveland. In center field tonight, he'll tell you the one thing he's been working on is trying to get faster too, though. That's probably one area for him being an outfielder, trying to get his 60s up just a tick. Good athlete, though. Can play some small ball, seen him put some bunts down in the past. Nice curveball by Burlett there. It's going to be strike 3. That ends the threat. Probably talk a little bit more about Bloom Patch, though. We've been running a little behind today, so we're rushing a little bit.
Doing full ad read here. Bloom Patch Farm, located in Hendersonville, North Carolina, is our first-in sponsor. They offer over 300 dahlia varieties for spring planting and provide floral design services as well. VIP cutting and floral tours are booking on the weekends now through October. Contact us at 828-772-1798 or visit our social media pages, Facebook at Bloom Patch Farm and on Instagram at Bloom Patch. Thank you to Bloom Patch Farm for being the first inning sponsor of the Western North Carolina High School Scout and Streaming Series.
Let's break down a couple more of these players to watch here for R-S Central. You know, we saw Colin Pruitt in the first inning, the left-handed swinging second baseman. He can play some outfield too. Carter Austin being DH for today, but I like his glove in the middle. Wants to study welding. I think he'd be a good JUCO route guy. Landon Whitley, who we just saw there, has expressed interest, and not in the game, but a guy we've been talking about a lot, Coach Fowler and myself, is Nathan Tang. Very strong third baseman. Been having a good year on JV. And I'm going to probably add the Ryan Holly kid to the list if he's a freshman catcher. Like I said, I've been impressed with him in the few games we've seen. Now for Hendersonville, the one name we want to push tonight is Martise Mills. Martise, very athletic utility guy, is playing center field tonight. Played against him when we were at when I coached at Christ School. He was at Carolina Day, spending his senior year here at Hendersonville. Very good athlete, also a basketball player. Trying to get him in front of some coaches tonight. Will Bolliard just started work with Will a couple months ago. Starting to show desire for the next level. Pitcher, utility guy. He is batting second tonight. Aiden Burlett's your number 3 hitter. I love his left-handed swing, and he's throwing pretty well to start this game as well, so a two-way guy to keep an eye on. Jack Tweed was a name that was brought up to me earlier. He's on the bench tonight, sophomore. We saw David Castillo at shortstop, the catcher, the freshman River Faulkner, and then the last name that Coach Wolf brought up was a pitcher, Jason Ward. So, again, not in the starting lineup yet, but could see him in relief this evening. So let's see how Jake Lyles is feeling this evening. So Jake's been getting meaningful innings for RS for about 3 years now. And the first batter he'll face is Martise Mills. Ground ball to Austin. Fires across, and that's why we like Carter Austin.
Grounds up, route number 1.
Carter's been smooth in the infield the last 2 seasons. At the plate, he gives a good approach. He's just struggling with the extra base power.
Number 1.
But Austin is definitely one that we want to keep on our radar. Here's Will Bolliard. Like a lot of our young Western North Carolina prospects, some of these boys got to get in the weight room a little bit, you know. It's a good question. I don't know if that was an official pitch. We'll watch the umpire's fingers here. That's a ball. We know that. So might as well throw that up on there.
Yeah, he did. 2-0.
2-0. So he did not grant him time, and it worked out in his favor anyway. Swinging a drive. Is it going to stay up? Whitley makes a nice run and play in center field. So good swing, good play. I'll bring Aiden Burlett up. That's a quick 2 outs there, just like RS in the top half. My brain's playing tricks on me here with the home and away settings.
Yeah. It's like when you're in the postseason in college baseball and you're in your regional, but you lost the first game, and so your second game you're playing as the away team in your own park.
Aiden Burlett, him and the 2 left-handed swings I really like in that 26 class are Burlett and Duvall at West Henderson. Burlett's hit a couple dingers this year. And that's a good piece of hitting right there. That exemplifies kind of where Aiden Burlett is as a hitter right now. I think he can be a high-level guy. I was asking him before the game, like, Aiden, who should I be sharing this with? And he's like, Charlotte. And I'm like, man, I feel bad approaching a lot of y'all kids about certain schools like that because I think the world of Aiden. I think he's a great ball player. I think some of these kids out here are studs. Drew Yelton getting ready to go to College of Charleston, but I've talked to Drew. He knows what's waiting for him. And you freshmen that get in there and get that chance, it doesn't mean you're going to stay there the whole time. Number one recruit for the JUCOs right now is the D1 bounce back, Carter Austin, with another nice play there, the fielder's choice. So Aiden Burlett has a chance to be a high-level prospect. Is it going to be Charlotte? I don't know. But can he be a D2 guy, a high JUCO, a D3 stud? Sure, absolutely.
I want to help support Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Visit our Patreon at www.patreon.com/bbuniversitywNC. The more financial support Baseball University of the Blue Ridge can earn, the more coverage of West North Carolina baseball we can bring you. Includes the College Tour Series, the High School Scout Streaming Series, American Legion Post-70 coverage, weekly media content, including playoff projections, highlight films, and more. Choose which tier is right for you at www.patreon.com/bbuniversitywNC. And stay connected to Baseball University of the Blue Ridge across all platforms. Like and subscribe on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@BB/@BB University WNC. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram at BB University WNC. Check out our website at www.baseballu.org. As we head to the top of the second inning is brought to you by Hail Tax Solutions, official tax preparer of Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Flat tax season's over, but definitely get prepared for 2025 returns next year. Go check them out. They've been in business since 1997, and they do all the returns. Thank you to them. We'll get a full detail of their business in the middle of the second.
Now, for that Patreon, I don't know if Hunter told you, I was looking for a trash can. He's got his new playoff projections ready to be put up. We'll put them up this evening for our Patreon members. Again, right now it's just Bob's Burgers. We appreciate you, Bob. But let's get some more Patreon members. Again, $5 a month, $10 a month. You find something comfortable. Crowdfunding is going to be a big part of what we're trying to do here to raise revenues.
I'm not going to say who's who when it comes to the 2A playoff projections, but I will say that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Mountain Foothills 7-1 or 2A teams between 25 and 35 in the RPI. So that could all be shuffled around. That could have changed with some games that have occurred since these projections have been made. But right now, you've got 2 of those teams in and 2 of those teams out.
Drew Yelton starts off the second with the bunt that fouls back into the net. 81 miles per hour on the fastball by Burlett. That's in line with where he was in November.
We'll say that number 1 seed in the 2A West side of the bracket is a Mountain 7 Foothills team, and it is East Rutherford.
It's a ground ball short. Stop. And I'll tell you, the shortstops have been busy early. So 6-3 on the put out to Yelton. That brings Brody.
Designated hitter number 20, Brody Fowler.
Brody Fowler, that's right. So Brody Fowler, freshman. This is the young son of Coach Fowler. Is this the first Fowler to come through since Fowler?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. Because Coach Fowler graduated from R-S Central a long, long time ago, I believe. No?
Nope.
Where was he from originally?
Chase.
Oh,
And
it was
Chase is
Rummy's from
Yeah.
RS. That's
Yeah,
right.
They flip.
I'll tell you that all 3 of these Rutherford County teams have been so good to us. RS has always been so good to us. Coach Fowler, always been a good communicator. He's been on the phone with me several times in the last few weeks for a couple of his players. He's always working hard on the college placement stuff. Coach Rummy is a great guy over at Chase High School. Great neighborhood. I had a good time over there the other night, but they got beat pretty good by Polk. And that was our Baseball University exclusive. Chase, some of his families worked hard to get us back out there, found us some sponsors. We appreciate them. And then Drew Reynolds finally broke through with him this year. Had some good conversations. He knows where my heart is with Legion baseball, so I think that's what's turned him on to supporting Baseball University. But all 3 of these Rutherford County teams work really, really hard for their players. E4, is that Mayo? Yeah, it's an E4 out there by Mayo. It's going to give Hendersonville one-out base runner. Or excuse me, R-S Central
Next up,
one-out base runner.
third baseman, number 7, Jace Gibbons.
Jace Gibbons coming to the plate. Jace, a senior. One of a few seniors. Y'all got like, what, 7 or 8 posters up out there. So pretty big senior class this year. So Burlett working from the stretch. Trying to get some reads on this radar gun here. Having a little trouble picking it up, and I don't want to mess with the latency. For anybody that's been watching all the Baseball University games, y'all should know what latency means by now. So Burlett.
Intro to Tech 101.
Bounces a curveball here at 70.
This RS team comes in hot. 5 out of the last 6, 6 out of the last 7.
Yeah, and the only loss was to Crest in the championship
5 out of the
of the
last
Easter
6.
game.
Yeah, finishing second in that Easter tournament.
Woo!
Down in Shelby.
Get dirty, son.
Only losing that game 2-1. Knocked off Tuscola 2-1. Big win for them. 10-run ruled Hendersonville in their first game of the series back on the 8th.
80 miles per hour on the fastball there by Burlett for the stretch. So he's 80-81.
And beat Brevard last night 6-2.
Honestly, this has probably been the most well-rounded, even though ER. Oh, swing. It's a little top spin on it, though. See if it gets over. It does. So sent Garcia in. Backtrack. They're going to send the runner, but he's going to score easily. So double for Gibbons.
Gibbons goes in the second with a double. Brings across the first run for the Hilltoppers.
So that scores Fowler
Up the left fielder,
from first base. And off the bat, it was hit hard, but it had top spin. Left fielder came in on his first step before he retreated, and it's like Scooby-Doo out there with that wet grass. He just couldn't get the traction. So it's a double. It was hit real hard. It's going to bring up Christian Walker. Walker been the number 2 essentially out of the rotation this year. Transferred from Gaffney High School, was it? In South Carolina, and he's committed to Montreat. I've enjoyed watching him pitch. He's been 80-82. Swing and another drive. That ball is probably going to hit a gap. It does. So back-to-back doubles here. See if Walker makes it in safely. Yep. So back-to-back doubles by Walker and Gibbons. Scored 2.
Brings across another run for the Hilltoppers.
So the bottom of the Hilltoppers lineup doing some work here for Coach Fowler early
The
on.
next batter is the first baseman, number 22, Zane Lovin.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I think it's a great time for a bunt. You got a very good hitter in Colin Pruitt coming up next, and I don't even know if you're really sacrificing yourself if you're Zane Lovin here because of that wet grass. You got a third baseman who's about 3 steps behind the bag. Same with your first baseman, so I say bunt. Nah, maybe not. Ball's going to stay up for – nope, it's going to get down. So Mills stutter step. That ball drops, and that's going to be a single for Lovin. So don't listen to me. Don't bunt. This is money ball.
And that brings up number 2.
Who's that guy? Someone's got a crazy OBP right now in the pros, but he has absolutely 0 walks. Who is that?
So Colin Pruitt up for a second time, flew out to the right fielder softly, his first AB. Yeah. So he'll pick off attempt here in and out. The first baseman's met. Yeah, I keep looking up. I see guest 2. I'm like, hey, you know you messed up there. So again, it's a reminder to our viewers, RS is the away team. Hendersonville, the home team today. Hendersonville's home park is a beautiful one, but it just hasn't really had the they're going to throw it right back to the pitcher there. So that's going to allow Lovin to take second and third. 2 there for Pruitt. Good chance to put a crooked number up early here for R-S Central. See, I like the quick arm action by Burlett. I feel like they're jumping on the fastball up in the zone a little bit. He hasn't located his off speed just yet, so they're probably just sitting fastball until he can locate his other stuff. Curls out. Ooh, close.
Reach over there.
I don't know, man. I'll say I'd probably been climbing that thing.
I'd be on the other side of that fence.
So did you get a good angle on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say Hunter's got the 4 good angles today, so. All the seniors' numbers in a semicircle around the donut here. Circle in the
Senior recognition last night.
senior night was last night versus Brevard. Off speed misses again. I think that's the key here is Burlett's got to drop some off speed in for a strike to keep these R-S Hilltoppers honest, or they're just going to keep sitting fastball. 79-mile-per-hour fastball fouled back to us.
You didn't jump.
Not this time. I'm usually all right with it. I've been a little jumpy on the nets here and there.
You were
Kinda
jumpy
forget,
last
Oh,
night.
yeah. Forget where you're at a little bit. That was 2 nights ago. So we were supposed to be at Smoky Mountain last night for North Buncombe, Smoky, and really want to get up there, man. I want to see Weston Winchester. They're having a great senior year for him. Probably winning some games. Is that ball 4 or HBP?
Ball 4.
Ball 4, okay. So it was inside. I couldn't tell if it nicked
Have
them or
they moved
not.
the fences back since Cal Raleigh played at Smoky Mountain?
Cal Raleigh.
He had how many home runs his senior year? I don't know. It was something crazy, but Smoky Mountain's field is like Harrisonville's field.
Cal
It's like
Raleigh's-
300 down the line.
He's topping off, or he's popping off this year, right? Like he's hitting well.
Friends with his cousins and know his dad and what's his brother or cousin, I think. What's his cousin's name?
Brody Riley's
Yeah.
up at Western. He was
Met
a
him.
fun one to coach at Christ School. Very good ball player, good talented baseball
Good family.
mind. I can see him coaching one day.
I wish Cal would have ended up at Clemson, but with the Leggett firing that year, it was just tough, and he went down to play
Was
for
it Florida State?
down in Seminole.
That's right. So Bolliard takes himself, throws across. That ball's going to get away. So runners are still rolling here. Oh, that's going to be interference. I say Coach Fowler's going to lose his mind. Doesn't matter anyway. I say Hendersonville is going to keep throwing it around anyway. So it's a fielder's choice.
So what do we got here?
Takes it 5 himself, but then it's an E5 on the throw.
So we got 2 runs in.
Holly makes it all the way around to third. I think 3 runs scored, right?
No, because 1 was out.
You're right.
Yeah, he tagged.
You're right. You're right. So let me
Tag
figure
third,
out who
runners on
that is.
second and first to score.
Third.
So Lovin is out at third. Pruitt came all the way around from first. And Walker was already on third. He came in. So it's an RBI. Let me outs where their start. So it is going to be an RBI for Holly on that play.
While
You figure that out. I'll
Where'd he
talk
ground
about Hail Tax Solutions. Hail Tax Solutions is the official tax
That was
preparer
Lyles.
of Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. In business since 1997, Hail Tax Solutions International is headed by former IRS agents that understand the tax system's complexities and can guide you to your maximum returns. They perform all categories of tax returns, including personal, corporate, trust, estates, and nonprofits. They also offer bookkeeping services, consulting, and can be your representation at state and or federal audits. With tax season in full swing, give Hail Tax Solutions International a call at 828-435-6082 today to schedule your return. Well, if you haven't scheduled your return, then you're
I
behind
don't know
the
if they're in
ball.
full swing anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're in what is it, Arizona Fall League, I guess.
Yeah, right. So 8 went to the plate in that inning. 4 come across. 2 of them are unearned. So Burlett has worked 2 innings, 2 runs, earned 2 unearned, I believe. doubles there by Gibbons and Walker. And then the RBI fielder's choice by Holly. The other two come around on the throw-in error. Crooked numbers, man. They can get you in high school. So hopefully Hendersonville can respond and make a game of it here. It's still very early.
Let's get into some of the early slate for today. Some games probably being played during the day with some spring break tournaments, Easter tournaments, whatnot. South Caldwell defeats Lakewood 11-0. Bandy's over Bishop Ireton 9-2. Watauga over St. Vincent St. Mary 9-2.
No idea where these teams are.
I've not heard of them. Owen defeats Rosman 19-3.
It's Owen's third win of the year, I think.
Our friends down in Charlotte Province Day win 10-0 over Pro Stock Royals. Franklin Hayesville are in progress. Asheville and Loris are in progress, and a lot of other games are in progress. Any live, Mitchell live 2-0 over Madison in the first inning, so we'll have live score updates on that.
So Tuscola and West Henderson play tonight at Tuscola.
Xavier Garcia.
Tomorrow is North at Pisgah.
Yeah, they did a flip-flop this week, so we got to see the first game. I was hoping they wouldn't do that.
That Mitchell-Madison game is going to be interesting, too. Jake Lyle's back out for his second inning. Jake is a strike thrower. That's one thing I will say about Jake is he fills it up. The game can move quickly when he's in the zone. Good mix. Throws all his pitches for strikes. And that's the thing that's going to keep him kind of differentiate a little bit from Burlett right now is Burlett has the velo working early, but his off-speed hasn't been in the zone. And Lyles is one who can throw all that off-speed just like that curveball there in the zone. It's a good pitch, but Xavier Garcia is going to bloop that one in the right field for a single. It's a second hit for the Bearcats.
Digging into this four spot for the Bearcats, who were 6-11 last year, 4-4 in the conference. Started, or 6-11 this year, 4-4 in conference this year. Started 3-3 on the year, swept Polk, 2-6 on the road, however. So playing a lot of games on the road, and I guess this one would count on the road, maybe. And they're currently on a 2-game losing streak, but they have some good wins.
We'll find out.
I think they sweep East? No, they split with East this year.
Oh, I gotta get a read. They split with East, and
the Polk.
Do they have one more with East?
No, they do not. They played.
They picked up one with Shelby next week, is what they were telling me. That'll be a good matchup. I mean, Shelby's struggling a little bit. There's some talent, though. Easton Davidson's an arm on that team that's going to Cleveland.
Put up some runs against Smoky Mountain both games, but Smoky Mountain just was too tough of a matchup for them. Scored 19 runs in those 2 games against the Mustangs.
65 on the curveball there. Again,
played Chase close, split with them 4-2, lost 3-1, and.
See, Hendersonville, we were talking about on the way over here, if you drive past their football stadium, on ground ball here, the third baseman throws it wide to Pruitt. So, again, Gibbons on the E5 there. It's going to allow Castillo to reach. But I want to say it said 1990 was the last time they won a state championship for Hendersonville. I want to say what it says on that banner out there. I want to say there's 2 state championships, with 1990 being the last one, but I don't know. Colton Ballard up to the plate now. Curveball in the dirt, blocked up by Holly. Good recovery. Nobody advances.
Know Colton very well. Gotta go visit his dad. Give me a haircut soon.
Yeah, where's his dad?
His dad's at Helms Barbershop near Mud Creek Baptist. Across the road from there. Been going to him since I was a little boy.
Ground ball to Lyles. He can go to third, but he bounces it. Nice pick by Gibbons. Applies the tag. It was a force play, but he was off the bag, so he just went ahead and tagged him. So fielder's choice for Ballard. So 1-5 on the fielder's choice. It's going to bring River Faulkner up.
Next up, number 13, River Faulkner.
Faulkner only a ninth grader. Ground ball to the shortstop, Austin, for one. Back to second. Not in time. But since Lyles had already gotten that lead runner at third base, it's going to be a first and third situation. So fielder's choice, 6-4.
Now batting number 19, Charles Halsey.
Pinch runner in number 12.
Got a courtesy runner, now running at first base, number 12, Jason Ward.
So a single and an error and a couple fielder's choices. We got runners at first and third. Was that Hezzy Rudisel over
That's
there
what I was
running?
thinking.
Let's see. Who's running over there? Is that number 12? Jerron Ward. Jerron Ward running for
We got hit by
Faulkner.
a pitch, loaded bases.
Halsey reaches first with a hit by a pitch.
So Halsey down to first base with a hit batter. Faulkner to second, actually Ward to second. And we got bases loaded here. Still nobody in, but this is Hendersonville's chance to try to get back into this thing with the leadoff hitter Martise Mills up. Nice block by Holly, the catcher.
Press that power button on the battery pack, will you?
It's on there.
Okay, good.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Mills, swing and a miss. Mills, good athlete, like I said. First saw him when he was at Carolina Day. Now with his senior year here at Hendersonville. It's part of a good Bearcats basketball program that's usually perennial winners. Swing. There's a line drive to left field. That's going to get down. Walker reels it in, throws it into third. Everybody only moves up one on that one. So RBI single from Martise Mills.
Hendersonville Bearcats.
Scores Castillo. And we still have bases loaded here with with two outs.
Number 1, Will Boyard.
Will Boyard flew out to center field. Hit the ball hard. Was tracked down by Landon Whitley in the gap. So good opportunity here with 2 outs to try to cut into that 3-run deficit here. Say Will also done a lot of pitching for the Bearcats this season. There's a strike from Lyles. Lyles working from the windup with the bases loaded. There's a curveball, swing and a miss. Again, Lyles likes to mix. Curveball, changeup, slider, fastball. A lot of times in that order. That's going to bounce away, though. That's going to allow Ward to come in, so everybody moves up one on the wild pitch. So the lead is cut in half. And it's runners on second and third here. 2-2 count. So he's gone to 2 curveballs in a row. Goes back to the heat here, 79 on the fastball. So that's usually where Lyles is, high 7s. He's been up to 82 in the past. Lyles delivers. Swing, ground ball. Nice little pickup by Givens, makes the tag. And, that wasn't a force out. So that's
Can't run into that one.
So maybe chop them feet a little bit, but Boyard is out on the fielder's choice, 5 unassisted.
One thing, our broadcast sponsor, CamWood Bats, located in Haywood County, Western North Carolina, but serving baseball and softball players across the nation. Get your game bats, trainers, tees, tutorials, and more, all available for purchase at www.camwoodbats.com. As part of our partnership with CamWood, make sure to use the coupon code BBUWNC for a 10% discount on all purchases made through their website. I want to also thank our travel sponsor, this evening. Peak Performance Vault sponsoring the Tina Baseball University. They're sponsoring Baseball University, helping with travel expenses. We can count throughout the spring, including gas, food, in some cases lodging. Thank you to Peak Performance Vault being our travel sponsor. As we head to the top of the third inning is brought to you by American Legion Post 70.
They released their schedule the other day. I think first game of the year is May 21st at home versus Easley.
Definitely want to get out there, and hopefully we can cover some games with your help and get some sponsorships. So if you know a business who'd like to sponsor us and trying to get about 10 to 15 regular season games, whatever it is, and would follow us throughout the American Legion playoffs, that'd be great. They're coached by Chris Decker, Ryan Decker, Brady, not Brady.
Will Lindsay and Coach Raby.
Coach Raby.
Well, I was going to say, get out to watch some games, and if you're a veteran, think about joining. They're looking to join or have new members join. So if you're a veteran in the Asheville area, get with Post 70. That Peak Performance Group, that's owned by former R-S Central ball player Nate Ellenberg. So there's your connection there, folks. We appreciate them. Appreciate their sponsorship. And if you're an athlete in the area, you might want to get with them and find your own Peak Performance.
Now here in the top of the third. Number 1, Landon Whitley.
So Landon Whitley going to be leading off. We followed by Drew Yelton and the freshman Brody Fowler. So I haven't been to Berkeley Park this year. Again, Berkeley is a historic monument at this point. I think it's part of the registrar or whatever it is for historic locations. And I don't know if Hendersonville is going to play there next year because they're about to go under a huge rehabilitation of the whole property and add sports fields and do reconstruction on the field itself, move the fences back a little bit. So we'll see what that becomes. Hopefully that's a good thing for Henderson County. I know Hendersonville feels like they're trying to get a little bit more stability in their season. So hopefully they have a home field next year. Let's strike out of Whitley to lead off the third. Drew Yelton strolling to the plate. Drew, College of Charleston commit. Sharp left-handed pitcher. He was on the mound in that Tuscola game. They beat him 2-1. So Drew's got a lot of movement on his pitches. Crazy fade on his changeup. A lot of movement on his fastball, too. Curveball's pretty elite. High eights guy, mid to high eights. Swing and a drive. That's going to send Rudisill back. That's over his head because we can see his numbers off the fence. He's going to chop his feet and hold up a second. Drew Yelton having a good offensive season. Says, I'm going to enjoy my last year of hitting before they make me pitch full-time at Charleston. But he trains hard. Good athletes are going to play good baseball in all aspects at this level. So big, loud double there. We'll see if that can lead to a run here at the hands of the young Fowler. So Brody swinging from the left side. Swing and a foul back. So again, in that Bearcat infield, it's Bolyard, Castillo, Mayo, and Ballard from left to right, third all the way across to first. In your outfield, you got Garcia, Mills, and Rudisill from left to right. Mills looks like he's way out there in center field. I know Fowler's a pretty good hitter, but as a freshman, I don't know much pop he's got yet. Back into the fence.
I'm looking through 8 layers of things. Got 2 windows, a netting, a mosquito net, just to get to the field.
There's a nice press box here. Been some nice press boxes this year. Ground ball on the right side. It's going to get the runner over. A couple bounces to Mayo. Tosses over for the out. Mayo reminds me of a Oriole farmhand, Kobe Mayo. Stuck down there in the Orioles farm system as the Orioles blow their window of competition. Sorry, that's a frustrated Baltimore Orioles fan speaking there. I have to check in. They got beat 2 nights in a row by the Washington Nationals. Ugh.
Braves didn't lose last night, but they didn't play.
Braves playing better as of late.
Yes, ever since I went to that Georgia Tech game, Georgia and Georgia Tech are 0-8 combined,
Oh, no.
and the Braves are 5-1 at home. So whatever mojo the Braves had, it got transferred to the Dogs and the Jackets. And I hate that for my Dogs, who were at one point number 2 team in the country in some polls, but come on, Braves. I wanted them to have more than the one minimum All-Star this year, with the All-Star game being in Atlanta.
Ball up. So this is Jace Gibbons. He had an RBI double his last time up. Just outside. Say Faulkner was trying hard on the frame there.
Gibbons reaches first with the base on the ball. Next batter is number 24, Christian Walker.
All right, so ball 4. Gibbons down to first base. Christian Walker up now. Walker had an RBI double his last time up. Back-to-back doubles by him and Gibbons. Broke the scoring open in that 4-run inning. And the delayed steal, they're going to mess them a little bit. We saw this earlier in the year. Teams that struggle with first and third defense. You want to see something on. You want to see aggressive defense. Doesn't look like we're going to see that tonight from the Bearcats. So that's where we talked about the keys of the game, base running. Can we keep the runners under control? Don't give away those extra bases. So 2 outs, 2 strikes. Christian Walker battling. Ground ball, short. Picked up by Castillo. Thrown across. Nice pick by Ballard.
Nice pick there to the first baseman.
Woo! Needed that one because there were unearned runs ready to come in on that. So nice pick. That's going to lead to the. Where are we? Because I only know who the home team is. That was the home. That was the no. Now we're going to the home side.
Home
for the Bearcats.
Side of the third.
It's going to be Burlap, Mayo, and Garcia.
Well, the third inning is brought to you by American Legion Post 70. They're proud to sponsor Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Cardinal Baseball program will begin their games.
Oh, what did I say? May 21st versus Easley?
Yeah, Easley Post 82 down there. They are. No, that's Shelby. What's Easley? Easley's Post 56, I think. Their coach has been in our chat a couple times. Appreciate him watching along and following along with some mountain baseball.
Trying to get some sponsors together for that Legion season.
Trying to do the same model we are this year with our inning sponsors, and then like maybe a joint pregame, postgame like Meineke is for us right now, and just trying to support mountain baseball, support American Legion baseball. It used to thrive down here. Everyone used to go out to the games, and who is going to make it to Shelby? Obviously, Shelby would always be granted a team, but like who from North Carolina was going to go? And we never 77. I don't know if Post 70 ever had a team make it, but
I don't know.
Want to try to get a team there. That'd be really cool. Been to Shelby a few times, watched some games.
Just looking at their baseball cube a little bit. Looks like the one big name was Ryan Arrowwood. Do you remember that name?
Yeah, I remember that name. I think
that was a Colorado. He went to App State. He went to the Rockies organization, it looks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Lyle's out for another inning. Gave up 2 to the home team Bearcats last inning. Swinging a drive. That ball is up, and off the wall. So Burlett with a lead-off double. Man, I thought that ball's never going to come down.
Me too. I was waiting for it to fall behind the fence, but to no avail.
Did it? I think it hit the ground before it hit the fence. Like he had tracked it, and then it looked like he stepped back to look, and it just landed on the warning track, and it was like pop, pop, hit the fence there. So it's a double in the book, but interesting track out there by Yelton. I'll have to ask him about that one later. Thought it was going to sneak just over, but that's Burlett. I like that swing. Running for himself out there. Uh-oh, he might be picked. Oh, they say he just got in. So the body was out, but the hand was safe. Let's just put it that way. Like he was definitely caught in the middle. Nice move by Lyles. But Burlett's got a good-looking swing. Got good pole side power. Mayo here probably going to try to keep the ball on the right side. Stay behind one. Just like that. They're going to hold up Burlett, especially with Yelton's cannon out in right field. So back-to-back hits here to start the third. So first and third situation. We see how the Hilltoppers have been handling first and third on the offensive side. Let's see if Hendersonville tries to give them any trouble. It's going to be Xavier Garcia coming up. Say playoffs are starting in just a short week and a half.
May 6th, first day, that Tuesday.
Yep.
Second round on Friday the 9th, and following another Tuesday, Friday slate the next week.
Also got to mention, too, I put a tweet out today. I'm just amazed at how many 2025 still need help in the recruiting process. You know, I do recruiting advising. I've been finished with my 25 group for a while now, but I do have some space left for some last-minute 25s. If there's a few that want to speak, you got to be open-minded. You got to be willing to listen. You got to just understand the market and that you can't change it. You got to survive within it. But there's still coaches out there looking for 25 grads, but you got to look in the right places, and I can help you get some work done quickly. Pick off, you got him. Oh, ball got past him, so that's twice that the Hilltoppers had somebody picked off in this inning, but not able to execute. So it's going to be an E1 on the throw. Mayo is going to head up to second. Burlett's going to score from third. This game's getting a little tighter now, 4-3. Still threatening here with no outs. Wonderful time for a bunt. Let's see if the Bearcats got one on. Yes, they do. Pushes it down the left side, foul. So Lyles went with the curveball. That's the advantage Lyles has. He should pull a Zach Greinke right here. Do the old like soft toss curveball and run in while you're throwing it. Have you ever seen that play? It's one of my favorite Greinke moments. Mm-hmm. He knows the bunt's coming, so he throws a soft toss and fastball and chases it in. Is that ball going to stay up? Nope. It's going to be a single. Nice job by Whitley out there to deep. And everybody's just going to – it's just Mayo moving up one there on the single by Garcia. Here comes David Castillo. Castillo having a good day at shortstop. He's been gobbling up all them ground balls there.
David Castillo.
Greinke notorious for having his mound in tip-top shape. Sitting there, like, let the grounds crew do their work.
Well – you know, he's smart. Some people think he's
special individual.
A little special. But
he's just a baseball player.
I don't know.
Baseball players always have some quirkiness to them.
He's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing.
He wouldn't be making millions of dollars if he wasn't.
Is he playing this year? Or is he out? So he's getting old now. He might be over 40.
That's crazy that Zach Greinke is considered old to me.
David Castillo, ground ball to third. Gonna turn for one, and that's all they're going to get. So fielder's choice, 5-4. Garcia out at second. And are able to hold the runner Mayo at third, so no advance.
Next up, number 20, Colton Ballard.
That was a nice job there by Gibbons at third.
No, I don't think he is he's active right now.
Ballard had the fielder's choice in the second inning, grounded back to the pitcher. Lyles went to third. Ballard has that knee brace there, so I was going. Well, never mind. I was going to just mention they might be a good double play candidate, but they're going to move up on the wild pitch. So Castillo to second, Mayo stays at third. Ballard's got 2 out there with only 1 out.
We're going to drive this ball deep. Try
Ballard,
to score the tying run.
Ballard, a football player?
Oh, yeah. Good football player.
How did Hendo football do this year? They're usually pretty good, right?
I think they did okay. Not privy to that knowledge at the moment.
Ball out. So 3-0 count. They do have
green
first
light?
base open.
Throw a green light?
I would. I don't know if Hendersonville scouts these guys, but Jake is a strike thrower. Should have fallen behind 3-0. I was going to say, you're going to get something in the zone if he wants it to be there.
There's Daddy Josh down there. Traveled down after work.
Goes back to the fastball, but it's low, so that's going to load the bases. Well, we talked about that in the pregame. 3 passes, and this could end up being a pretty high-scoring game if they're going to keep giving away free passes on both sides. Number 13, the freshman River Faulkner coming up. He's doing the catching tonight. Reached on a fielder's choice. His pinch runner, Jaron Ward, came around to score. Oh.
Good time to mention our home team sponsor, Sakura Japanese Restaurant, sponsoring the time that Baseball University puts towards marketing and scanning the coaches pregame and editing and posting highlights for the R-S Central Hilltopper prospects with recruiting and scouting content on social media for the coaches post-game.
Second baseman coming in from center field.
Man, I'll tell you, that might have been the best moment of the whole year. First game of the season. We're here covering RS versus North. Sakura brought us a bunch of sushi. Woo! That was good. So if you're craving something delicious and something out of the ordinary, give us Sakura for Japanese cuisine. The sushi, amazing. Pitch and change. Let's see who they're bringing into this game. All right, let's see what number we got here. Sheehan, we saw him pitch versus East Rutherford. Simon Sheehan.
Mound is number 9, Simon Sheehan.
So Lyles works 2 1/3. Gives up. Let's see, that's an unearned run. I think all those runs might have been unearned. Let's see. Castillo reached on an error originally. He comes around to score. Faulkner's guy came in on a wild pitch. Then this inning, say Burlett came in on the throwing error. So yeah, I think technically those are unearned runs. Gave up how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So definitely hit a little bit tonight. No strikeouts and no walks. So interesting line, So Sheehan, soft tosser, did well against East Rutherford. Comes in, kind of gives you a different short stride look. He's not going to throw it too hard, not going to throw it past you. He's just going to mess with your timing. So Faulkner, the hitter. Ground ball. Second for 1, back to first, not in time. So fielder's choice will score the run. So fielder's choice RBI for Faulkner. Ballard out at second. And Castillo to third, and that's Mayo that comes in to score to tie the game. So brand new ball game. Ward going to come out and run again for the catcher Faulkner. First and third situation here for Charles Holsey.
Correction, Hendersonville, number 9, Charles Holsey.
Holsey, this must be the son of tonight's away team / home team sponsor, Holsey Media Group, right?
Yeah.
So we appreciate them. Well, this is, again, it's kind of a sloppy game right now. It's really going to be who's going to come in and create some stability, whether on the mound, defensively at the plate here with a couple good ABs. Hunter's probably happy because, ground ball. It's going to stay fair. He's out. That's out number 3. So GO3. Kind of swing by Holsey, but that's going to do it. Leads us to the top of the 4th. It's going to be Lovin, Pruitt, and Holly.
Well, thank you to our away team sponsor, Holsey Media, sponsoring the Tyne Baseball University. Puts towards marketing this game to coaches pregame and editing and posting highlights for the Hendersonville Bearcat prospects, which recruited and scouting content on social media for college coaches post-game. Headed into the top of the 4th. 4th inning is brought to you by Hauling Solutions and Grading. Andrew Casoria runs Hauling Solutions and Grading, and he actually visited the Street household the other day. We got a quote from him on our driveway with our culvert crosses a creek for Hurricane Helene damage. We needed to send to FEMA. So he's been doing a lot of work. He's the guy to call for all kind of gravel, dirt, rock, topsoil, and more delivered to your home. And I think we're going to go with Andrew Casoria, waiting on my parents to decide. But Andrew was timely, communicative. I texted him. He texted me back right away. We had some rain, so he wasn't working. And so he said, yeah, I can come by anytime. And I said, what works with you? And he came over there in a timely manner, spoke with my parents, and they did all the jibber-jabbering about what we needed and stuff, and the exchanging of pleasantries. And Andrew got us a quote within 30 minutes of leaving our residence. So definitely would recommend him for anything you need when it comes to gravel, dirt, rock, topsoil, and more delivered to your home.
I'm going to see if we can find out some scores around the mountains here. If anybody out there has a score on North Buncombe, Irwin, that'd be an interesting one. West Henderson, Tuscola, East Henderson, and Chase. Those are the 3 big ones. Well, here's another one. Franklin and Hayesville. I'm curious to see who can win that ball game.
It's a big one for the Panthers, trying to make the playoffs. Need every win they can get to help boost that RPI.
So they've been coming on strong.
I will say Franklin is not currently in my 3A West playoff projections, but they are on the outside looking in.
Pop fly, foul. Let's see if Ballard can make a chase. Oh, yeah.
Great
runs
catch
it down
by the first baseman.
That's a nice play with first baseman for out number 1.
But that one did not highlight reel.
Also, if anybody's got updates on that Mitchell-Madison game, it's just said 2-0 first inning for about 2 hours. So Mitchell, again, that's a team I think is going to do well over the next couple of years. West Lincoln playing Lincolnton. And let's see if there's anybody else going on around the mountains. Oh, I just got a final here. Franklin beats Hayesville 10-9. So just squeaked past Hayesville. Hayesville, the cream of the crop for Smoky Mountain Conference. Squares the bunt here. Pruitt pushes it foul.
Let's go pull up the 3A RPI and see what the NCHSAA has Franklin at right now.
Say they had those 2 big wins against West Henderson.
Franklin's still at 30th in the RPI, dependent upon a couple other teams ahead of them to lose, more than likely. But
Burlette dealing here, gets ahead 1-2.
They're sitting as the first team out because of the way the conference automatic bids work.
Ooh, nice deal by Burlette, but that, again, I know he's been struggling a little bit with his off speed to get in the zone, but that one looked like it was in there. That was a curveball. Goes to the fastball, 79 out.
Dudley, 43rd in the RPI, but 32nd because they are second in their conference. They get automatic bid. knocking Franklin out, who would normally be in.
Misses out again, 80 on the gun. So about 79 to 81 tonight for Brillat.
I had ball 4.
I had ball 4 as
There
well.
we go. Yeah. Okay.
Everyone but the batter had ball 4. He wanted to hit.
Pruitt's a good ball player. Again, I know he's looking for a spot in college still. I just think sometimes these seniors, they're like, I want to play, but, you got to be open-minded too. Like, you can't force something to happen. Especially, look, playoffs are about to start for college here in a week or so. Right when playoffs start, that's when the transfer portal opens up. I think our young seniors, and again, I say that because you are at the bottom of the totem pole again. Stolen base by Pruitt. But you have to get your foot in the door somewhere. That's the beauty of the transfer portals. If you perform, you can still rise up, but chances and opportunities are slim right now. Got to be open-minded to small schools, JUCO.
Yeah, I wish our JUCOs around our area had baseball.
One day.
Used to.
I mean, even economically, that'd be a wise choice, is to look into more junior college sports, and not just baseball, but just junior college sports, because supply and demand. If there's nowhere to play at the 4-year level, no scholarship money, school's not affordable. Blue Ridge Community College, AB Tech, Isothermal, Southwestern, Haywood Community College. I think McDowell Tech has a.
You could definitely have about 10 schools around our area, because they all work together for school purposes. So why don't they work together for
transfers?
athletics?
Yeah, like all the credits.
All the credits all work. I was about to be enrolled in a class at Forsyth Tech, which is up in Forsyth County, and I was prepared to take a chemistry class this summer between Blue Ridge and transferring to. If I would have gone to Chapel Hill, I would have taken it to receive my associates and get all the gen ed knocked out of the way, but I did not, so I did not need the associate's degree, and so I transferred just 57 credit hours to Georgia.
That ball's going up the middle. That's going to score a run. Pruitt was on the move, so he'll score easily. So Holly comes through with the RBI single. Second RBI of the evening for the young catcher. He had an RBI fielder's choice in the second inning.
Next up, number 3, Jake Lyle.
It's going to bring Jake Lyles up. Jake had a single his first AB, grounded out in the second inning. Runners off, and this is what we talked about, testing these runners. Safe, just under the tag. I think that was the right call. It was bang, bang. So Holly, is that Holly, or did they pinch run him? Okay. So Holly runs for himself. So the Hilltoppers have already gone up 1 run here on the RBI single by Holly. So Pruitt reached on the walk, stole second. He was off on the swing by Holly, scored easily. And Lyle's going to put one in left field. Let's see if they send him. Yep, Fowler's got the windmill going. And Lyles knocks in Holly. So Lyles 2 for 3 on the evening. That's going to bring Landon Whitley up.
Now bat number 1, Landon Whitley.
A good chance here for the Hilltoppers to keep gaining. Only 1 out.
You have 3 teams in the 3A outside of the top 32 in the RPI currently in the playoffs. And on the 2A side, there are 2 teams, and both of those teams are now we got the
rundown start here. Not really sure why. Oh, I was going to say, let's just start that one over. Lyles stopped in the middle of the base path. I guess he felt he didn't have a good jump, but they seem to be testing the young catcher here. So, again, both catchers in this game, freshmen.
Still just one ball this back.
I don't know. I think I missed that
All
whole,
I gotta do.
whole transaction.
So gotta be sure-handed today. Again, wet ball, wet grass. That's one of our keys to the game is trying to be sure-handed, take advantage of those mistakes, put the ball in play.
One team in 1A outside the top 32, and in 4A, as there's a strike, no teams. The top 32 who are making the playoffs are all the top 32 in the RPI. So the seconds in the conference champs from split conferences are not outside the top 32 like you see in 1A through 3A, showing that 4A baseball is favored by the
there.
RPI.
So right in the middle of the field, it's going to be Castillo that comes in and calls for it. So Lyles is dancing off of first base there, trying to test Burlett, test Faulkner a little bit here, messing with these runners. Now with 2 outs and the lefty Yelton up, probably a good time to run straight through. Swings first pitch. There's another pop in the middle of the field. Is it going to be Castillo again? It will be. So 2 straight pop-ups to the shortstop's going to end it. 2 runs in, 1 on the Holly single, 1 on the Lyles single, and it's 6-4.
Andrew Casoria, owner of Hauling Solutions and Grading, is the guy to call for any kind of gravel, dirt, rock, topsoil, and more delivered to your home, business, or job site. Hauling Solutions and Grading has dump trucks large and or small enough to fit your needs. You'll also want to give him a call for any kind of grading needs such as driveways, culvert replacements, bank erosion, ditch work, building pads, and more. Andrew and his great team will take care of you. Call or text 828-776-9377 for a quote today. Let Hauling Solutions and Grading be your solution. Big thank you to him for giving us a quote at Street Household and being our 4th inning sponsor.
Well, you know, I was just thinking today is I was looking back on my high school career. I don't think we ever played a game under the lights in high school. Like, I don't think our whole area had lights at all. Like, I was just remembering that, like, when we did play under the lights every once in a while, like, especially in summer ball or some tournament, I always remember it being, like, such a lesson. Like, whoa, this is so cool. But most of our fields down here, I think, have lights now. I think the only ones that don't are Asheville and I know Hayesville doesn't because we're going up there next week.
Bob's Burgers coming in the chat for
Irwin. Okay, so Irwin up on North Buncombe. Man, that makes that little 3A slice interesting. Has Irwin got a chance to make 3A playoffs?
Here, I'll tell you.
Because them and Inca have been struggling.
Currently not in my projections.
Who's the 3A group? It's Inca, Irwin, AC, and North Buncombe?
Yes.
And everybody else is 4A in that group?
AC and North Buncombe are in. AC will definitely be in because they're the 3A. Leading the 3A side of that conference. They're looking like they're going to be in the top 10 seeds for the conference champs.
Quick
As for Irwin and Inca,
not yet.
Irwin and Inca could. There's a lot of movement in that last 4 in, first 4 out.
McDowell got shot for the 4A.
McDowell's part of the group that is the first 4 out. So a lot of mountain teams are right on the cusp.
Mills fouls one off. 3-0 count goes to 3-2 quickly. Again, Mills wants to play college baseball. Also interested in college basketball. Good athlete. Oh, 3-2 pitch hits him in the back. So technically, hit by pitch. And that'll bring Bolyard back up.
That'll bring up number 1, Will Bolyard.
Say Bolyard 0 for 2, flew out to center field. There's a nice play by Whitley in the first out there to run it down. Fielder's choice in the second ended the inning. There's a strike. Simon Sheehan. Again, he's not going to blow you away with his fastball, but he's got a quick stride. Kind of a goofy look to it. I like it. It's a good bridge arm. A guy that can get through the lineup maybe one time before they start to figure out the timing on him. Coach Fowler says he's earned a lot of innings this year in that relief role. Going to throw through here is on a pitch out, but it didn't matter. Mills is going to steal it anyway. So that gives you an idea of Martise Mills' athleticism out there. For any coaches that like good athletes up the middle, he's one for y'all to look at. Still uncommitted. Nobody out. 6-4 game. 1-1 count. Number 2 hitter. Biggie bunts. Swing and a miss. And again, only 60 on that off speed, so it gives you an idea what he's coming with. He's trying to mess with your timing. I think the key was hitting against this pitcher is wait for something up in the zone. 58. So you had Lyles, who's high 7s, touching maybe tipping 80 today. And you go down to high 50s, high 6s here. High 5s, high 6s.
Probably about how fast I can throw.
Hey, it works if you use it right. 70 miles per hour. That's his fastball. So, again, there's value in that. You just got to use it right. And we saw in that East Rutherford game, like, he came in after Walker, and I think he pitched 2 clean innings. It was just a lot of miss. Oh, no. Mills was off on the play. Lines are right in the glove of Whitley. That's going to be a double play.
Boulevard flies out to center field, and runner at second's picked off for a double play.
It's 8-4 on that pickoff there. Man, that's unfortunate for Hendersonville. So with nobody on, a runner on second turns into 2 outs and nobody on very quickly, and that brings Aiden Burlett, probably your best power threat, up with nobody on now. Oof.
Base running mistakes, man.
You know, I saw a replay of that famous Pittsburgh Pirates Cubs, I think it was, where there's a bunt or a slow roller to first base, and the runner deked the first baseman and chasing him back to home plate. And there was a major league game where that chaos ensued. There's another hit for Burlett. Just unfortunate nobody's on for it.
Would have scored.
So Burlett's 3 for 3. So Burlett having a good game.
Now bring up number 6, Wesley Mayo.
Wesley Mayo. Not mustard, not ketchup. Mayo. Here we go.
Happy NFL draft opening night. Got it in the booth.
NFL draft?
Yeah, let's see where my boy Jalen Walker goes. North Carolinian.
I know nothing.
George Bulldog. National champion.
I know nothing about the NFL. I peek in on maybe like 3 Baltimore Ravens games a year or something.
You should be happy. Ravens are good.
They're all right. There's a ground ball. Nice play by Gibbons. Makes the dive, but when he throws it to first, it's just wide. So it's going to be a single for Mayo. First and second now with 2 outs. So again, the double play on the Bullyard line drive. Hurting the Bearcats right now. So Bullyard's hit the ball hard to center field twice this evening for no luck. But then the Burlett single and the Mayo single here. Threatening again. Second time they've had a runner at second this inning. Garcia, the batter. Fouls away a curveball. Yeah, it's a timing issue. You can see it. It's just like that kind of funky short stride. Long arm action, too. Short stride, long arm action, delivery. And you're getting some funky swings here from the Bearcats. Again, the key is jump on the pitch up in the zone. That's where the good swings have come this inning. So 1-2 count. Say runners in motion there. Say runners in motion there. You got to put the ball in play. You don't want to risk having a third out. Made it third there. Oh, Sheehan steps off. They left the ball up. That ball is hauled in. Is that Yelton out there? So they switched him in the center.
Nice catch out there by the center fielder, Mr. Drew Yelton, to record out number 3.
Shoo! That was close, but 6-4 still. So a little bit of iffy base run in that inning. And the Hilltoppers in the top of the 5th will be sending up Fowler, Gibbons, and Walker.
Well, I want to thank our broadcast sponsor, CamWood Bats, located in Haywood County, serving baseball and softball players across the nation. Go get your game badge, trainers, tees, tutorials, and more, all available for purchase at www.camwoodbats.com. As part of our partnership with CamWood, make sure to use the coupon code BBUWNC for a 10% discount on all purchases through their website. Thank you to our travel sponsor, Peak Performance Vault. A little bit about them. They believe every athlete has the potential to reach new heights and achieve their peak performance. We're dedicated to helping athletes of all ages and skill levels reach their peak potential. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting, we provide a state-of-the-art training environment for baseball, softball, and golf that combines modern technology with personalized coaching. Thank you to them for being our travel sponsor. As we head to the top of the 5th inning. 5th inning brought to you by Nova Pitching Performance. I think they got a new client, right?
They've been bringing in a few. I think the broadcast has been helping getting the word out, but elite pitching training, a lot of mobility, stability testing, just trying to help you learn about how your body moves, how it should move, and then teach you the right training tactics. But Anthony Payne, Nova Pitching Performance, is a name that you need to know here in Western North Carolina, so look him up. I believe he's got all the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook stuff going on.
He's got everything.
We saw a pair of good arms the other night that have worked with them, Zach Wester and Peyton Maven. That was yesterday, actually. It's the final leg of the season. I know the Northwestern Conference is starting their tournament next week. I think the CVAC's doing the same. They're the only 2 conferences I've seen that have a conference tournament. A lot of good baseball played this spring. We've been lucky to get out and watch it. Got a good game working here. So Fowler softly lines out to the shortstop for the first out. It's going to bring Jace Gibbons up.
Fowler flies out to the shortstop for out number 1. Your next batter is number 7, Jace Gibbons.
Hendersonville fighting for that playoff spot. They're still in this game. R-S 8-2 in conference. Those only 2 losses, you guessed it, East Rutherford. But no one's played East Rutherford closer than R-S. I think it was a 4-3 loss and a 6-3 loss. And I think that 6-3 loss was pretty close all the way up until the end too.
Oh, that's right.
78 on the gun. Burlett's got quick arm action, kind of a high effort thrower. It's been 80, 81, sitting high 7s now as he's later in the game. It's been a wet couple of days, muddy. There's ball 4.
Gibbons goes first with a base on the ball.
Next week's schedule is going to be a busy one too. Tomorrow we got ACA at Christ School for a 4:30 matchup, so it'll be nice to go home and get into bed early. And then Monday down to Gaston Christian and ACA. That game has been pushed back twice. The first makeup game we weren't able to make, but they got pushed back again because of weather, so the second makeup game does work. Tuesday we go to, is that Hayesville?
Murphy and Hayesville.
Murphy and Hayesville, yep. That's the furthest drive of the year. Going to try to see one Smoky Mountain Conference game. Try to make sure they feel included and just, again, try to encourage people to keep an eye on each other. Maybe leads to some more matchups in 2026. Some teams getting out there to play some of those Smoky Mountain teams.
We got to decide which way we want to go, because if we want to go through Franklin and up through Asheville, or go down the way I went to Blairsville, then cut up. I was in Blairsville, Georgia, the other day.
Wednesday we're off for now. Thursday is TC at Asheville. Still waiting to hear back from Coach Hillier, make sure that one's confirmed. And then Friday we go down to Drone for Mountain Heritage at Drone, which could be for the conference championship. Because Mountain Heritage has to sweep Drone in order to take that conference championship. Because they would get the tiebreaker if they were to do such. I think they have one more game against a conference team. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Mountain Heritage does.
So Christian Walker up now. Oh, Sheehan. So Sheehan entered the game for Walker, and then everybody moved around. Okay, so sorry. So Sheehan.
Heritage.
Sheehan strikes out.
Rosman on May 1st in between the Drone and Drone matchup.
And they beat Rosman last time by a football score.
Yeah.
What was it, like 37?
Technically, it's a football score, but
37
I don't know
to
the
1.
last time you've seen one.
I don't know how they get an extra point, only that.
Well, it's not an extra point. It's a returned extra point recovered by the defense.
No,
and
is that a
returned
thing?
For 1 point. Yep, that's how you get 1 point.
No.
Yep.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, it is. Look it up.
So 6-3 ends it.
11 grounds out to Indians. Score remains R-S 6.
Scoreless inning there.
4.
Yeah, if you kick an extra point, it gets blocked and gets returned for a quote-unquote 2-point conversion. It's actually only counts as 1 point.
I did not know.
Have you not heard of scoregami?
No.
It's every possible outcome of a football score in the NFL. And see, 6-1 is possible, but 7-1 is not possible.
Interesting.
Head to the middle of the fifth. Brought to you by Nova Pitching Performance. Youth, high school, and college pitchers. Are you trying to take the next step in your player development? Nova Pitching Performance is directed by Anthony Payne. Coach Payne has worked with several West North Carolina pitchers the last few seasons and helped them make major jumps in their physicality and overall athletic performance by infusing data analytics and biomechanics. Coach Payne is trying to help pitchers get the most out of their potential. If you're looking to make strides in your pitching performance, get with Coach Payne over at Nova Pitching Performance ASAP, offering in-house and remote instruction for high school and college level athletes. Nova Pitching Performance, new school data, old school grit, and they're also our sponsor of the Gritty Pitch of the Game.
Oof, I don't know. We'll see how this inning plays out first. See, I don't know about the gritty pitches yet. I'm looking through. I have to go back through and look through. Maybe Burlette getting those couple pop-outs in the fourth. Speaking of pop-ups, that'll be the first out of this inning as Castillo pops out foul territory of the first baseman.
Your next batter is number 20, Colton Ballard.
Colton Ballard, 0 for 1 with a walk. Looks like if he got a hold of one, it could go for a minute. Nose tackle? What's he play for football?
He's
quarterback.
I think he's offensive tackle, if I'm not mistaken.
See, a lot of football college commits out of that Hendersonville program the last few years. I seen Hezzy out there earlier in the year. Hezzy loves baseball, but he's getting a lot of football love, and he said that he's been looking at some junior colleges on the West Coast for football. Not a lot of JUCO football on the East Coast. So Ballard falls behind. I think between this inning, I'll run down to the concession stand. What are you digging down there?
Dude, those fries smell good.
Yeah, we'll get some fries.
Here.
So they've been good to us down there. So
Ballard working a full count here, trying to get a runner on for the Bearcats. Bottom of the 5th.
It's like there's some activity in the Bearcat bullpen. It might be Ethan Milner warming up. I know Ethan's been dealing with some injuries, only cleared the pitch right now and can't field or hit. And talked to him before the game. He'd actually been dealing with a virus and finally got a meal down today. So he's a strong guy. Puts his arm out there and collides with the baseball for a hit by pitch.
He put his arm up.
Fowler coming out to argue if he sticked his elbow out in the strike zone.
I mean, inside curveball. Did he turn or did he let it hit him?
What they're arguing is he put it inside the strike zone.
The replay.
And if it was in the strike zone, yeah, that might have been a cross plate. That's close. That's close to the strike zone. But they're not going to talk about it, and they're going to award him first.
13, River Faulkner.
Interesting.
See, a lot of people don't know. They think, oh, you have to make an attempt to move out of the way of it. You do not have to make an attempt to move out of the way of it. You just can't stick your elbow out into the strike zone.
Faulkner, line drive to center. Nice play by Yelton. Slides on the shoestrings to haul one in. So Yelton moved over to center when Lyles was removed. I think everybody kind of moved around a little bit. Lyles went to right field, I think. Whitley over to left, and Yelton in center.
Charles Hulsey.
So whoever's been in center tonight, whether it's been Whitley or Yelton, has done a great job of running down a few. It's about the third nice running play by the center fielders. Hulsey up now. Had a hit by pitch and a ground out to first base. A little swing, ground out, finished that third inning up. There's a line drive. Oh, nice play by Austin, and that's why we like him out there, folks. Again, he's being DH for, but he's a great glove. He wants to play some JUCO ball, be a welder, so keep that name in mind. Carter Austin. Well, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to go see what I can find in the old
fries, please. Want to help support Baseball University of the Blue Ridge? Visit our Patreon at www.patreon.com/bbuniversitywnc. The more financial support Baseball University of the Blue Ridge can earn, the more coverage of West North Carolina baseball we can bring you, including the West North Carolina College Tour Series, West North Carolina High School Scout and Streaming Series, American Legion, Post-70 coverage, weekly media content, highlight films, and more. Go check out the playoff projections at www.patreon.com/bbuniversitywnc. And stay connected to Baseball University of the Blue Ridge across all of our platforms. Like and subscribe on YouTube right now, www.youtube.com/@bbuniversitywnc. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram at bbuniversitywnc. And check out our website at www.baseballu.org. We head to the top of the sixth inning sponsor is House of Power, located in Mills River. If you're a baseball or softball player in the West North Carolina area, you want to improve your skills and train like the best, check them out online at hophendersonville.com. All their socials are also on your screen. You give Sheldon Reed, founder and former Clemson Tiger, professional baseball player in the Cubs and Twins, maybe it was. Get with him over there and make sure to hit him up. Get the best training. And Ryan gives me some fries and some barbecue sauce. Well, thank you. I had 2 cups of sweet tea, so.
Well, pretty good ball game. Thought it was going to be a sloppy one for a second, but got a scoreless 5th. So that was the first scoreless inning since the first. So a bunch of crooked numbers up there, but 6-4 is what we stand at. 7 hits for your Hilltoppers and 8 for your Bearcats. Hendersonville's been around for a long time. That high school's been going through major renovations the last few years.
They got a fancy new gymnasium, that's for sure. Beautiful football field. It's nice to drive by on a Friday night and see a home football game in Hendersonville. They're squeezing every last ounce of land out of that area between
It's something, ain't it?
Main
Traffic's
Street and
brutal around
Bearcat
that area.
Boulevard. I don't see they've got any more room.
I mean, the vibe's got to be great being a student there. You can walk right up the main street after school's out.
There's just some food, some ice cream.
I mean, it's better than the North situation where there's just out in the middle of nowhere and they won't. Every time you see construction, you're like, oh, they're going to build something for North? Something fun for the kids? Nope, it's an O'Reilly's. All right, so that was a leadoff walk for Pruitt.
Detail his
On
line.
the pitch is number 7, Ethan Milner.
Out for a
Ladies
second.
and gentlemen, that answer to that trivia question, nobody has given the correct answer.
What was it again?
3. Those 3 stadiums are Fenway, Wrigley, and San Francisco Giants AT&T Park. They are manually operated.
What Major League Parks do use a manually operated scoreboard?
Interesting. All right. So that was the trivia question. They were just saying it's what 3 stadiums still use a manually operated score system out there on the scoreboards? Fenway Park, Wrigley Field, and Giant Stadium, AT&T, which isn't an old stadium. I guess they're just doing that for the allure of it. Yeah. Let's see. That's the final line for Burlett. He works 5 complete. He's going to be responsible for the 1 base runner. I'd have to go back and see 6 runs total, but I want to say only 2 of them were earned. Anybody got a game changer? How many earned runs for Burlett? Yeah, so I know there's some errors in there. So Burlett looked good at times. Had struggled a little bit getting his off speed in the zone. Hit him a little bit. He had some hits for sure, but I want to see exactly how many earned runs they were crediting to him. So 7 hits total is what I see. Walked 1. 4 earned runs? Okay, so 6 runs total, 4 earned. Struck out 1.
Now, by number 14, Rylan Holly.
3 Ks on the evening. And he walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks. So that's kind of the nemesis there is the free passes. So 5 innings, 6 runs, 4 earned, 7 hits, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts. Was sitting about 80 to 82 early in the game. 80-81 early in the game. And now you got Ethan Milner. Ethan, the Rockingham Community College commit. Talented young man, long, lanky. Used to drop down, stays on the 3/4 most of the time now. I know he's been feeling a little sick the last couple of days. Said he finally got his first meal down right before game time. Norovirus? Is that what he said he had? What's that?
That's some bad stuff.
Some bad stuff. So 77 on the fastball there. Picked up, thrown across, out. So 1 down.
Another good pick by Ballard at first.
How'd Pruitt get the second? He steal second?
Stole second.
Did he? Dang, I did not see that. So Pruitt, 2 stolen bases tonight. Pruitt's doing a great job getting on base. He's 0 for 1 with 3 walks, 2 runs scored, the 3 stolen bases. With 1 out, he's on third base, doing what a leadoff's supposed to do. Jake Lyles up. Lyles has 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3. It's a big insurance run over there at third base. So I know both these pitching staffs are a little taxed right now. Any games left for these 2 this week, or is this it? Ooh. R-S
Hilltoppers
does?
travel to Brevard, and the Bearcats travel to East Rutherford. So they'll come down the mountain again.
Oh, boy. Spins one there. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, the Mountain 7 season got jumbled up a little bit with some rain dates, so you've got some three-game conference schedules for both these teams this week.
Well, we had the rain dates. We also had a couple smoke dates when the fires were happening. Strike three, look him. Well, there's your gritty pitch of the game coming in, striking out. Lyles for the second out with a runner on third. If he can hold him here and keep it a 6-4 game, that's grit. So 2 outs recorded so far by Milner. Whitley 0 for 3, 2 Ks, and a pop out. So he's due. Whitley made a nice play in center field. He's moved over to right or left field since. Puts the bunt down, just foul. Good idea. Yeah, made a nice play in the first inning, running down a fly ball, line drive by Bolliard. I'd say the defense has been pretty sure-handed this evening for RS. A couple mistakes on the Bearcat side. Nice game by Castillo there at second or at shortstop. That's a new name for me that Coach Wolf had told me before the game. So it looks smooth. I think he's a sophomore out there. Oh! He is out at home. Oh, wow. It was too fast for me to commentate. So if y'all saw it live, they tried the old school Little League. I'm going to steal home as you throw it back to pitcher. Sometimes our catchers get a little lazy and they're tossing it back. That's what happened here, but the throw comes in. It's bang, bang. Faulkner puts the tag on Pruitt. We're going to watch our live replay here.
To the next level, House of Power is a baseball and softball facility located in Mills River, North Carolina. If you're a baseball or softball player in the western North Carolina area who wants to improve their skills and train like the best, check them out. House of Power, founded by former Clemson Tiger and professional baseball player Sheldon Reed. They offer one-on-one lessons for hitting, pitching, and catching, strength and conditioning programs to develop explosive power. Facility membership so you can train on your own schedule. On that one. And cage rentals for individuals and teams. Conveniently located in Mills River, North Carolina. Check them out online at hophendersonville.com to learn more. That is hophendersonville.com. As part of our partnership with House of Power, make sure to use the coupon code BBUWNC for a 25% discount on your first lesson. House of Power also sponsors our House of Power 6-inning big swing of the game.
What's been the big swing? What was that one that was off the wall?
That double to right field by
that was Yelton, right?
There's one by Barlett.
Oh yeah, Barlett hit one. Okay, nice. Let me write that down.
No, Barlett's double off the wall.
Yeah, Barlett crushed one.
That was
I think
the high
Yelton hit one.
Yeah.
So there's been, I say Barlett's probably the big swing of the game. Barlett having a great game at the plate, 3 for 3 right now. Martise Mills up to lead off the bottom. I know it sounds a little strange, but the bottom of the 6. He's going to hit it right out in front of the plate here. Holly swoops it up, throws to first. Nice play by the young catcher.
Nice play. We record out number 1.
Holly having a good game on both sides of the ball.
Now, man, number 1, Will Bolliard.
So, yeah, back to that play that ended the last half inning. Pruitt, I mean, if you're going to do it, he picked the right play. Like, Faulkner tossed that ball back with a lot of hump on it. But, again, Milner just bang, bang, got it right back to him, and he was out. That was the right call. So 1 out here. Bolliard up again. Bolliard's hit the ball hard twice tonight to the center fielder to be robbed by some nice defensive work. Ground ball to second baseman Pruitt. Picks it up. Throws to first. 2 away.
Bolliard grounds out for the second out.
Yeah, the group chat's popping off with the draft just about to begin. You're gonna be sitting at the top of my screen the entire time.
Who's supposed to be the one pick this?
6 minutes.
I will know, and we'll know soon.
CamWood.
You'll hear it here first at Baseball University. Who's the first pick in the NFL draft?
Hey, thanks for the update, Mel Kiper.
Roulette up, trying to keep a perfect night going. He singled in the first, doubled and scored a run in the third, and singled in the fourth. So 3-for-3 night for Aiden Burlett. Again, said a couple times, he's one of my favorite left-handed bats in the 26 class. Him, Brady DeVall, and Wes Henderson, those are two I really like. So, Caleb Costner, another one down at Crest High School, has been swinging a good left-handed stick. Luke Rayfield at Crest. I've seen some good lefties, but as far as the 26 class goes, Burlett's one of the top left-handed swingers. Plays some third base. He can play first. I think he could end up in the outfield. Good athlete. Look good on the bump tonight. Again, 79-81. Runs it up and in, but doesn't get the call. It's going to be a 3-2 count. Shine tries to muscle it there.
Goes down the first with the base on balls. Now to bring up number 6, Wesley Mayo.
Sheehan, trying to muscle one up there, but misses outside. So Burlett's perfect night continues. 3-for-3 at the walks and bringing Mayo to the plate. Mayo singled his last two ABs, 2-for-3. All out. So this is Sheehan's. How many times through the lineup for Sheehan? He came in the third inning. Yeah, this is probably his second time through the lineup here, so they're going to start getting the timing down a little bit better. I'm not sure if Fowler's got left in his bullpen. This is a little looper. It's going to stay up. Oh, so Austin tried to make a nice little toss to Pruitt, but I don't know if Pruitt was expecting it, so the ball is dropped. What you call there? Fielder's choice?
I mean, I guess so. Or it was weird the way it was tossed over there, kind of nonchalant.
Fielder's choice with no error. I'm not going to get him a hit on that. Garcia up now. Garcia.
Yeah, I'd say fielder's choice.
Even.
I don't know if that toss gets in there in time anyway, and I don't know how else you're supposed to make that play.
Why did he just score? There's 2 outs.
High fly to right field. It's Lyles out there. Balls it in for the third out.
Lyles brings it in to record out number 3.
It's a little hairy
After
there.
6 complete, R-S 6, Hendersonville 4.
I want to shout out our home team sponsor, Sakura Japanese Restaurants. If you're looking for delicious Japanese cuisine, Sakura has locations in Spindale, Forest City, and Hendersonville, offering Western North Carolina 3 convenient locations. We can tell you firsthand just how delicious Sakura Japanese cuisine is. You can find them on Facebook, and again, with 3 locations open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday. You can make them a lunch or dinner option all week. I want to thank our away team sponsor as well, Holstein Media. Holstein Media is Western North Carolina's leading magazine publisher. Publications include Hendersonville Magazine, WNC Business, and the Wall of Asheville. Thank you to both Holstein Media and Sakura Japanese Restaurants for being our home and away team sponsor this evening as we head to the top of the seventh inning, brought to you by Chad McMahon State Farm, located in Waynesville. Give them a call or text 828-452-0567 for customized, tailored protection to your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So I'm crushing his cheese fries over here, dropping them in my beard. Messy. Man, so the 7th inning snuck up on us. Top 7. Again.
All right, here we go. The big top bill calls here in the top 7. Number 1, Landon Whitney.
And Whitley up. He was at the plate when Aaron Recruit was thrown out at home in that 6th inning.
Number one overall pick, CamWood out of Miami.
Is that a good pick?
First taken by the Titans. First Miami player taken with the first pick since 1991.
Mike, bigger. Is it going on over here? Plug in over here.
Maybe it is. That's what happened.
Alright, I think we're back. That's all.
Oh! E6 there by the shortstop.
So, Castillo's having a pretty clean game.
Next up, number 17, Drew
Lead
Yelton.
off runner on. Drew up now. We're no longer without audio.
I mean, it still was picking up from the iPad mic. It was just muffled a little bit.
Yep. 3, a double off the wall there. Yeah. This ball is ripped too. That ball's going to be extra bases. Oh, Fowler. So Fowler getting excited over at third base, doing a breakdance competition or something in the box.
Yelton with a stand-up double.
So that was something you don't see every day. But second and third, say Fowler's doing everything he could to hold up the runner there.
No, he was waving.
Or was he waving him?
Yeah, he just.
Oh, it said the momentum of the propeller arm sent him into the grass or something there. So
Now batting number
second and
18,
third, nobody out.
Carter Cobb.
So Carter Cobb going to be pinch hitting for Fowler. So Carter Cobb been having a good year down on JV. He's a sophomore. Probably this year. Good opportunity here for Cobb. Try to get in your coach's head a little bit by coming through in a clutch situation. Earn yourself some more varsity playing time. So he's hitting for Fowler. Fowler's 0 for 3 on the day. Did reach on an error and score a run. Cobb fouls one back in the netting here. So it's been an interesting game here. A little bit of back and forth. Say the Bearcats tied it up in the third before the R-S Central Hilltoppers took that lead right back in the fourth, and that's where it stood since, 6-4. Milner the bump now. Spins one just outside. So 2-2 count. Rears back on one there. Misses.
Good Cobb.
So Cobb works a full count. First base is open. Nobody out though. Let's see what the pitch call is here. He just gives him his best fastball. Spins one. Ball four.
Cobb with the base on balls.
So base is loaded for Jace Gibbons. Gibbons had the RBI double in the second. Walk. Third. Walk.
Now running first base, number 4, Carter Austin. Next up, the Hilltoppers, number 7, Jace Gibbon.
Jace Gibbons.
Sorry about those technical difficulties, folks. It's like the
We have a couple more technical difficulties.
our latency just kind of went berserk on all 4 phones.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's going to be an error. Everybody's going to be safe. So, E5. I guess you give him the RBI. Is he an RBI there with the bases loaded?
I mean, if Philbrook Cleaning comes home.
Yeah, you're right. Probably not on that.
Now, batting number 9, Simon Sheehan.
So Whitley
Loud thunder, heavy rain, fell line between your hands.
Carter Austin running for time? Okay. So Austin at second, and now Gibbons at first. Sheehan up now, batting for himself, second time today. Get better?
Yeah, we need to get that thing that connects the power and the internet combined.
An Apple device, you think?
If anyone knows of any device that you can plug in multiple things to the USB-C port, charging port on the iPad, then please let me know, because the adapters that we've got 2 of them and they both do not charge.
Yeah. We'll see. That's why we're trying to find more sponsors for our Legion season. We're probably going to have to invest in some tech at some point. That's a strike.
Sheehan goes down in strikes for out number 1.
It's going to bring Zane Lovin to the plate. Zane has 1.
Or get an iPad with a better battery.
Next up for the Hilltoppers, number 10, Hunter Lowry.
Honestly, probably easier to use the iPad than the adapter, because you go through 7 adapters and you just got a new iPad.
So Hunter Lowry, the pinch hitter for Zane Lovin.
Dogs to the back.
Wild pitch is going to let Yelton score. All right. So, I believe so. So Yelton comes in second and third now for Lowry. Bearcats letting it slip a little bit here. 2-run lead is now a 2-run deficit, now a 4-run deficit. So the Bearcats got 1 AB left. So they need to try to hold it here as best they can. Milner delivers. All low, 2-1 count. Well,
Travis Hunter went second. The Jags.
there you drive the left by Lowry. It's going to be caught. The runner's going to tag. 1 more run's going to come in on the sack fly over the eye. Carter Austin that comes in to score.
Hey, you ever seen a Chevy with the butterfly door?
Next up is number 2, Cullen Pruitt.
Working on a 0 for 1 day with 3 walks. So he's been on base 3 times, scored 2 runs, stole 2 bases. Just thrown out at home plate in the 6th inning.
Hit 3 walks, Evan.
So Milner trying to finish this final inning. Not sure he's left to pitch for either of these teams, but they both have a game left this week. This is where you test that pitching staff. If you want to go deep in the playoffs, you usually got to be about 5, 6, 7 pitchers deep on your staff. So Pruitt calling for time. So 0-2 count. So what do we got here?
Had his hand up the entire time.
Some sort of time, asking for time, drama going on. 1-2 count. This is the last time these two will face off in conference, as they're changing up their affiliations next year. Again, the Rutherford County team is going to join with Drone, Patton, Burns, and Hybrid. 82 miles per hour on the fastball there by Milner. Hendersonville and Polk going to jump up and join the Western Highlands, which
Back to where
stays
they were 4 years ago.
a walk.
He's walked 4 times, and I believe every time.
Yep. 4 walks is Colin Pruitt this evening.
Next up, number 14, Ryland Holly.
2 stolen bases, maybe more coming. 2 runs. No, Holly having a decent game. Holly's 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He's been having a good game behind the plate as well. It's on the shortstop here. We'll go to second for a quick out. That'll be the final out of the inning. So we're starting to look through these box scores a little bit, trying to figure out potential CamWood Bat player of the game. Colin Pruitt 0 for 1, 4 walks, 2 runs. Ryan Holly 1 for 5 with a run and stolen base. Jake Lyle 2 for 4. Landon Whitley is 0 for 4. Run. Yelton is 2 for 4 with 2 doubles.
Let me go ahead and talk about 7th inning sponsor after trying to battle this latency and everything else. Chad McMahon, State Farm is proud sponsor of Baseball University. Just like your favorite baseball team, State Farm is here to knock it out of the park with great insurance coverage from home and auto to life and health. They've got the right coverage to protect what matters most to you. Give Chad McMahon, State Farm, a call or send him a text to 828-452-0567. You also feel free to stop by his office in Waynesville. Working together with you, they'll make sure you have customized protection tailored to your individual needs. With world-class local service, Chad McMahon, State Farm Insurance, here to help a life go right.
Chase Gibbons 1 for 2, double RBI run and 2 walks. Christian Walker was 1 for 2 before he was taken
Leading Hendersonville here in the bottom of the 7th, number 17, David Castillo.
Man, this is a tough one here. Early look, I mean, Drew Yelton's had a heck of a game in center field. The 2 doubles, right? So maybe Yelton? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Against the Bearcats, come back here. 9-4 is the deficit.
Nice play by the first baseman. Record out number 1.
Who was that over there first? Is that Lowry now? 1-3 on the put out there. Now Colton Ballard.
Next up for Hendersonville,
big, strong first
number
baseman
20,
coming
Colton
up.
Ballard.
So Ballard, followed by Faulkner. Final hope here for your Bearcats. Shahan, or I keep saying his name wrong. What's his name? Sheehan. He's pitched pretty well in relief. I think he might be the winning pitcher of record after Lyles came out in the 3rd inning. There's a strike at the top of the zone. Strike 3 looking. I think that was the first K. That shows you what kind of pitcher
13,
Sheehan is. He pitches to contact. He's trying to get your timing off. That is the first K that he's collected in this game. So again, good job by the young man. He knows who he is. He's not trying to do more than he's capable of. He's not going to blow it past you. He's just going to try to mess with your timing. How we doing overall?
We're fine overall, but it just is annoying at this point in the year. Taste. Ooh. Yeah, like that. That's how I feel. Ugh.
Well, let me see if we can find something via the Apple apps. We got 1 week left. So we tried to find an Ethernet cord.
Ethernet runs great.
Yeah.
That was the smartest thing ever.
Yeah, plugging the Ethernet right into the laptop with this little device. But there's only one input into an iPad, so we bought this Ethernet thing that had a power slot on it too, but that power slot doesn't work, so we can't charge and put the Ethernet in at the same time.
So now we're at 5% on the iPad and no mics and no Ethernet.
Almost to the end though, so far so good. No latency issues at the moment, I don't believe.
Yeah, not the moment. A couple minutes ago, I was going crazy.
Down to the final strike, just outside. So again, River Faulkner up. River 0 for 3, did have an RBI, fielder's choice in the third inning. Swing and a miss. So he collects 2 Ks. There's only 2 of the game with the final 2 batters.
That's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Final score: R-S 9, Hendersonville 4. Good game with both these teams. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, any chance you can pull up how many putouts Drew Yelton had in the outfield, even though he's moving around?
Yeah, hold on.
I was going to say, I'll let Hunter go into the post-game stuff.
Well, Meineke is the pre-game and post-game sponsor for Baseball University of the Blue Ridges Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series. With numerous locations in the Western North Carolina region, there's no better spot to get your vehicle seen and serviced. Whether it's an oil change, brakes, mufflers, tires and wheels, AC, you name it. Meineke is doing car care right in Western North Carolina.
Well, Hunter, you watched this game with me.
Yeah, I do.
I was going to say, I want to know how many putouts Yelton had, because I know he's moving around a little bit. Yeah, a couple in the right field and then a couple.
4 catches, 3 putouts.
Right. Yeah.
4 CC, I guess
Total changes. 3 putouts. Well, Hunter, that's what I'm trying to figure out is player of the game here. You got Colin Pruitt, who's 0 for 1 with 4 walks and 2 runs, 2 stolen bases. Holly had a good game behind the plate, but only 1 for 5 with Ruby, the RBI, the RBI and the run. Drew Yelton had 2 loud doubles, ends up scoring a run, played a great center field, didn't have the RBIs, but hit the heck out of the ball and just played really good defense, had that key double play. Stolen base, went his 2 1/3 on the plate, or 2 1/3 on the bump. Man, I do not know. Who's your vote?
Go through it again.
Again, Pruitt. You say Pruitt? Pruitt was 0 for.
Pruitt hit that double, man.
No, Pruitt was 0 for 1 with 4 walks.
Who hit that?
Yelton was 2 for 4, 2 doubles, the run, and the strong outfield play. Lyles 2 for 4 with an RBI and a stolen base.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, I think Yelton on the defensive side. So I want to say Drew Yelton is our player of the game. Just well-rounded. He had 2 loud doubles, scored a run, had 3 putouts in the outfield and an outfield assist. So just a good, well-rounded game. So we'll go find Drew here in just a minute. Again, just that final line. Colin Pruitt, great game, 0 for 1, 4 walks, 2 runs. Ryan Holly, 1 for 5, a run and a stolen base. Again, Jake Lyles, 2 for 4, RBI, stolen base. 1 for 2 is Jace Gibbons with a double and an RBI, 2 walks. Shaheen, I'd have to go back and look at his final line. Not Shaheen. Sheehan. What was Sheehan's final line? I say he did pretty good too. Shout out to Martise Mills. He's 1 for 3 at the RBI single. Aiden Burlett was 3 for 3 with a double and a run scored and a walk. Mayo 2 for 4. Garcia 2 for 4. And I think that's pretty much it out of the Bearcats lineup.
Sheehan, 4.2 innings, 19 batter faced, 6 strikeouts.
So 4 2/3 for Sheehan. How many home runs?
19 batters faced, 68 pitches, 23 balls, 45 strikes, give up 2 hits, no runs.
2 hits, no runs for Cheyenne. So good effort out of the bullpen for Cheyenne. Sheehan. Golly, I keep messing that up.
1 base on balls,
Sheehan.
2 strikes, 2 hit batter.
Gotcha. Player of the game, CamWood Bats. It's time to announce it. But let's go ahead and thank CamWood first. They're located in Haywood County. They serve baseball and softball players across the nation. Game bats, trainers, tees, tutorials, and more available for purchase at CamWoodBats.com. And just remember, as part of our partnership with CamWood, use that coupon BBUWNC for a 10% discount on all purchases through the website. Did we thank Meineke as part of the...
We thanked Meineke.
Yep.
We're about to go thank everybody else. We want to shout out Coach Ward over at Hendersonville watching the broadcast today, telling us that Mr. Ballard played center. Seeing that in the chat as we're closing up. Coach Ward, head football coach. Excited to get to share that with him. Broadcast near and far, but want to thank all our sponsors. That's it for this evening's rendition of Baseball University of the Blue Ridges, Western North Carolina Scout Streaming Series. Thank you again to our sponsors, Meineke, Bloom Patch Farms, Hilltax Solutions, American Legion Post 70, Hauling Solutions and Grading, Nova Pitch and Performance, House of Power, Chad McMahon State Farm, and of course CamWood Bats, alongside our travel home and away sponsors, Peak Performance Vault, Sakura Japanese Restaurants, and Holsey Media. Thank you again for tuning in, and catch our next broadcast tomorrow on Friday as we travel to Christ School in Arden, 6-13-1, 2-1 in the conference. The Greenies take on ACA, 6-9, 0-3 in conference. Broadcast will begin at 4, first pitch at 4:30. And as always, for you college coaches, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to hit up Coach Cook with any questions for Western North Carolina prospects. We're going to go ahead and shout out one last thing with our Patreon. If you want to help support Baseball University of the Blue Ridge, visit the Patreon. Playoff projections are on there and will be updated periodically till the end of the year. You also get weekly media content, help support the high school Scout and Streaming Series, College Source Series, American Legion Post 70 coverage, and more. Choose which tier is right for you at www.patreon.com/bbuniversitywnc. Stay connected to Baseball University across all the platforms on your screen. And we will catch you guys next time.
Appreciate you.
Give me the